Well, the main thing I wanted to talk about, because water, let's say, okay, so this is a very feminine quality. Yeah, because Pisces, this feminine, uh, pardon me, let me do my math. It goes masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine. Yeah, Cancer is feminine, and then masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine. So is Scorpio. It's very feminine. Um, that's just the way it goes. It starts kind of like with Aries, and then the next Aries is masculine, and then the next sign is feminine, and the next sign. Gemini is actually neutral. They call it's the only sign that's neutral. I don't know why, but we are looking at science described as metaphorical um, stories and picture wording. Yeah, and it's actually looking at raw science, like the physical world, the non-physical world, atomic flows and ebbs of energy. Of course, men and women, but we are a technology, and that's what I'm saying. It's looking at a very heavy-duty science. Um, that's why you want to get the right sign down. Is the time of day that you were born, not just the day. The day is the sun placement, but you have a time of day, and that's who you were when you were born. The very time of day. The it's I was born at 6:46 p.m. and the sun has just set, um, hardly a minute and a half below the horizon, and so there's still an array of light happening. So don't judge that. Whoever does that, I'm like, I don't know you. When we say the word judgment and judge, you need to know where that lingo comes from. We have language here, but we don't know what we're saying. After a while, we don't know what we're saying. And when you start to know what you're saying, after a while, you start to realize how everything is just trashed because nobody knows what they're saying. And then, but you know what they're saying. It's that it's anyway. It's interesting. But I just want to clarify, my chicken out there. They're saying, "Let us out. It's about time." Anyway, judging happens inside of the courthouse. You have a judge there. Otherwise, you're a discerning person. You have two eyes, two ears, two noses, two mouths, whatever. Really, we do have two here. There's men and women here. Maybe. Uh-oh. There are documents that we can prove. The original spelling that is found in the English alphabet that the entire Earth's population has to learn for some odd reason or another, and I'm dialing in on it. That it's pointing at our intellectual property and belongings, our intergalactic belongings, perhaps our intellectual property. And it's very simple, really, because yes, no, we are talking about not really what you think we're talking about when we say men and women, he, she. But now, when we say he, she, and when we see the he and the she, there is C there. If you talk about she and he together, if you're talking about sheep, for sure C is there, like the sea. But when we say sheep, and the people don't like to hear this. People are just imagined, by the way. The minds are like, man, and you have to grab them with a hurricane or some kind of natural disaster to get them to function. Whoa, there's sheep here out in the meadows. I'm talking about, I am coming to you from, it's on a Sunday, um, doing high channel intergalactic work my whole life, actually, and we do get into our characters sometimes. But really, when we just snap out of it, we are intergalactic generals trying to get to you some downloads that are happening. It's vital that we understand what this is being used for. It's not just to talk about narcissists, although there isn't. See, that's just the other side of it. Well, it's either let's talk about your enlightenment and the possibility of you becoming a humane being so you can graduate out into the universe and be an owner of planets yourself, or what is preventing it all. It's just a glitch in the programming, babes. Like and subscribe. Send me $10. Glitch, glitch, glitch. Are you at Heist? Are you at Heist? Sunday, 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 Sunday. Look at the word meta in mental. I am dead serious. And your synthetic meta is coming out. Otherwise, you have real meta, but let's forget about that. Let's go inside of a box, yet inside of a box, inside of another fucking box! I love going crazy out here in the West. You know, I'm supposed to. We all are. I'm speaking for humanity. We have a spiritual life, and it's good to be quiet. You want to be really quiet and do. So you just find that they were talking about, and we are in the midst of, and we are failing. Whoever we are, I'll write it out for you. I was talking about he, she, yeah, but really, it's just we. But see, I was talking about sheep or shepherds. Look, you. I was talking about you, damn it. You. 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 We. See, as just biological, the organism, did I point to you out what the organism is? Come on. I didn't make this up. Organism. We call ours, the human is an organism. Call it a human, but it's an organism, babes. Or, what a fascinating thing, because it starts with or right there. Boom. OG. You think it's just an innocent organism. By the way, sheep don't know what organisms are. We're talking about, babes, you want to get down to earth? Okay. People do not like being called sheep, but they are sheep whether they know it, like it, or not. And not even goats and sheep understand how dumb these people are. I mean, really, they wonder, like, when are you going to stop eating them? Or, goodness, all right, now this is church, Sunday. So there's only just a little, a little day that we pick out of the whole entire week that otherwise it's kind of private, isn't it? Do we have our spiritual lives and actual religion? It's an everyday thing, the organism. So look at what's in the word organism. Do you see it? Do you see right there what's in the word organism, Hans? All right, so you have a way of life that you are to attain to, and it's through the feeling of goodness, like good. You have joy. Just let's put it that way. It's not that hocus pocus. It's not really anything that you're confused like organism. That's weird, but there it is, right there. See, so that's what sheep know, and how how. That's not even a question, babes. Who is a question? Very, very. You have to go. Who thought that they were more real than that? Than how? Did we do things? I love the little book that I'm forming. Look, out of nothing, somehow. See, that's wrong, but it is jumbled and it's okay. And this is the most beautiful thing you'll ever see in your life. If you knew what these symbols represented. But see the who is definitely mixed up. That's mixed up. See, it's the same lettering, but then now you really need to question this. That's an actual question, but the rest isn't the question, hon. I can explain that later. There's some things you want to be careful. Don't worry, we're sorting it out for you. I need to cut this particular thing. What do you think I need to do? I need to just grab this. I know what I'll do. I'm going to grab this right now. Where's the... I'm using this as a mirror now. This is going to sell, you know, I'm telling you, give me fucking $20. I'm going to start putting this private. I'm just kidding. Nobody will ever give me $20 if I try to sell my money like that. How do you like how much sense I'm making? Now let me spell out the word sense. I will. Don't worry. There's several ways to do it, right? But I'm just gonna round it down for you, okay? Because I'm tired of all of the gibberish. There you go. There you are. Well, sorry. This needs to give it more energy. There. Woo. Sense. Sense. I never thought I'd be doing Sesame Street for everybody here. See, sense. Well, you can have it. You can put the N and the S right in between somehow. Do you see that? I don't know. You're going to have to start pausing it. But really, it's this, but really it's like, do you have anything that's picking anything up here? Now, that's the problem that we have with narcissists. Now I can say narcissists and get 20,000 likes on it, but no, seriously. There isn't, the closer I get to my release, as far as death is concerned, so-called, the more accurate I'm going to get. It's going to be refined, pure comedy, and I'll be well known, really, but who cares? I'm getting out of here, and definitely I'm well hidden. I do not fuck with civilization. That so-called civilization that's going on right now that I'm looking around me, I'm like, are you kidding me? Ooh, this is messed up. I gotta get out of here. But yes, no, I'm going to, now I'm just going to grab some scissors and cut. But it seems like the better thing to do right now. I'll be right back. Well, all right. Anyway, I apologize for the non-usual irateness. The truth is I'm going through a study. We all are, and I would love to include the organism in on it. We do have organization, right? Now, what I'm saying is it's not exactly association. You know, it's not just by association that all of a sudden we have organization. No. And just because there's high in numbers, you know this damn right, doesn't mean there's diddly squat going on there as far as a real live connection. I love doing this. Why? The ink goes right down. It's like a brand new pen. Organization. I know I already spelled this out, but organ. See, the word organ is there, and now that's the heart, babes. All right, let alone that if that puppy, see if it's going, a lot of times, usually, did I do good with my hair, by the way? What the fuck is this? Okay, whatever. Organization. Bah. I. When the I is smaller, babes, when it's the small I, that see this is the first and second dimension right here, just this one I. See the one I, the thing that everybody has to say is this I, right? You have to say it. Anybody in the world that learns English has to say I. That's just everybody has to say it. And it's not just because they have an I, there's the ego, and that's what that represents really. It's like the individual ID. But we don't have to be that confused. It's the same as kind of like why I'm an antenna. You can put more little things around it like this, the quotes and stuff. Now the antenna has just turned into something that it's emitting. Look at it. Look at this, babes. I. You've seen this before now, babes. Now I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Okay, they're already speaking to you with something, and they have to, intergalactically. Your enemy out there has to put in front of your face things that says that perhaps you understand your language, which is the English alphabet, and then from there you're consenting on a lot of things. And we'll get into that later. But it's not by organization that's happening, by the way. I'm talking about organization. How do you spell it? Is it with a Z or an S? I'm going to say it's with a Z. Z. Woo! I love the Z, don't you? Man. But it really is an N. If you really knew about the Z, it's an N. Well, it's an N. Well, it's an N. It's an upside down N. Okay, what it means is, God, you just don't even know what it means. It means your neurons are off. It's kind of like the N. It's the end of the alphabet, but it's like this. Zzz, I mean, watch out. Okay, I'm not kidding, but it's not bad. It is what it is. You've tapped out. At comes on, but see, I happen to think that the middle, the I in organization, I happen to think that it goes up because with the zation, the ION is huge. It means ion. Ions. You know what an ions are? You can look it up with me, folks. But we'll learn a little bit of just basic science, and it helps to know that. Because it's there. It's trying to show you how. And see, I was trying to tell you about the N. The N does represent a half-baked situation. Otherwise, the full-baked situation is this kind of thing. But that's really men and women. It's man and it's well, really what I'm trying to tell you is it's this or this. It's just these are pictures you're looking at, okay? That's a full on, it's not an N. It's a well, this is not a double U, it's a double V. It's a double V, but they want to say double U because they want to point at what this is. See, you're an I. Literally, you are this fucking thing that stands there erect like this. And when you go like this, you're a Y. Why? Why? Well, you're a fucking you. Now, I would like to tell you that we're getting back to we. All right? Because I just told you that. And I'm going to close this out, and you're going to give Wally a cracker. Now, the V, Huns, is involved in the I when you're a you. Of course. Because you are a tool. You're a fucking tool. Pardon me. And you can dial right in like things like what I'm doing. Like, well, it takes me about 2 weeks, a week, 4 days, if I really just get on it, to fully cut my hair and get it done. I get on here, I do it in front of you guys, and then I go over there and do it. I've been learning how to cut my hair. It's been taking 6 years. No, more like 10. And I'm still figuring it out. And by the time I figure it out, I'm done. Fuck it. Fuck the hair. That's just the way learning is, folks. That's why you don't want to learn anything real here. When you learn everything real here, you're gone. You're done. Just like the Nobel Peace Prize. Did it? Good. Here, take your stamp. Bye. The